Hello, everyone, and welcome to the July 2024 edition of IoT Marketing Live. I'm Tiffany Nielsen, and with me is my incredible co-host, the CEO and founder of IoT Marketing, Johannes Beekman. How are you doing today, Johannes?
I'm doing great, Tiffany. How's your day going?
Amazing. And as many of you know, IoT Marketing is hosting the Intelligent Thinking AI Summit on Thursday, July 18th. And we have an amazing lineup of speakers covering the many aspects of AI for businesses across many industries. And as always, we like to provide you with a high-level overview of what you should prepare for within your digital transformation strategy. And this exclusive event will share how to incorporate AI and leverage its abilities to your advantage. And you can get your ticket now at iotmktg.com. But with that in mind, our first few stories are around AI. First up, Google Gemini is just 6 months old, but it has already shown impressive capabilities across security, coding, debugging, and other areas. However, it also exhibited some serious limitations. Now, according to VentureBeat, the large language model, LLM, is outperforming humans when it comes to sleep and fitness advice. Researchers at Google have introduced the Personal Health Large Language Model, or PHLLM, a version of Gemini fine-tuned to understand the reason on-time series personal health data from wearables such as smartwatches and heart rate monitors. And in their experiments, the model answered questions and made predictions noticeably better than experts with years of experience in the health and fitness fields. I'm really not surprised by this one, considering how much data from medical studies and AI has access to, but I am not sure I'm ready for AI to be my physician. What are your thoughts, Johannes?
Well, Tiffany, your hesitation is completely understandable. So, the rapid advancements in AI, especially in the healthcare sector, can indeed be overwhelming. However, it is important to view AI as a complement to human expertise rather than a replacement. So, consider, for example, AI nurse assistants, which are designed to support healthcare professionals, and these AI systems handle various tasks such as monitoring patient vitals, managing medication schedules, and even providing emotional support through interactive interfaces. They excel in these areas because they can process and analyze vast amounts of data swiftly and accurately. However, they work under the supervision and guidance of a human healthcare provider, ensuring a balanced approach to patient care. The success of Google's, as you mentioned, PHLM in providing health and fitness advice is a testament to AI's potential to enhance the capabilities of medical professionals. By leveraging AI, we can gain deeper insights from data that might otherwise go unnoticed, leading to more informed decisions and better patient outcomes. Nevertheless, the human touch, empathy, and a nuanced understanding that physicians bring to the table are irreplaceable. In essence, AI in healthcare, much like AI nurse assistants, is about augmenting human capabilities, allowing professionals to focus on complex, high-level tasks, while AI handles data-driven, repetitive tasks. This synergy can lead to a more efficient and effective healthcare system, ultimately benefiting patients. So while it's natural to feel cautious, it's reassuring to know that AI is here to support and not supplant the invaluable role of human physicians.
Thank you, Johannes. And according to Live Science, researchers claim GPT-4 has passed the Turing test. The Turing test, first proposed as the imitation game by computer scientist Alan Turing in 1950, judges whether a machine's ability to show intelligence is indistinguishable from a human. For a machine to pass the Turing test, it must be able to talk to somebody and fool them into thinking it's a human. Scientists decided to replicate this test by asking 500 people to speak with 4 respondents, including a human and the 1960s era AI program ELIZA, as well as both GPT 3.5 and GPT-4, the AI that powers ChatGPT. The conversations lasted 5 minutes, after which participants had to say whether they believed they were talking to a human or an AI. In the study published May 9th to the preprint archive server, the scientists found that participants judged GPT-4 to be human 54% of the time, Now, Johannes, I do have a question for you here, but I just want to bring to attention that 1950s, they were considering whether or not a human would be indistinguishable from a machine. And in the 1960s, they had an AI. That blows my mind. But Johannes, do you feel we're approaching AGI?
The short answer is no, we're still a long way off from AGI. And the recent claim that GPT-4 has passed the Turing test is certainly intriguing and marks a significant milestone in the development of artificial intelligence, Tiffany. So the Turing test, which assesses whether a machine can convincingly mimic human intelligence, is a fundamental benchmark. In this particular study, GPT-4 was, as you mentioned, mistaken for a human 54% of the time by the participants, indicating its advanced conversational abilities. However, achieving this does not necessarily mean we are on the brink of artificial general intelligence, or AGI. AGI refers to a form of AI that possesses the ability to understand, learn, and apply intelligence across a wide range of tasks at a human level. While GPT-4 demonstrates impressive capabilities in specific contexts, AGI requires a deeper, more holistic understanding and adaptability. So current AI, including GPT-4, excel in narrow tasks for which they have been trained. And it can process and generate language, recognize patterns, and even offer insightful responses based on a vast amounts of data. Yet these systems lack true comprehension, self-awareness, and the ability to perform general problem solving across diverse, untrained domains. So in essence, while passing the Turing test is a remarkable achievement, it's only one step toward the broader goal of AGI. True AGI would involve not just simulating human-like conversation, but embodying the full spectrum of human cognitive abilities. Therefore, although we're making significant progress, there is still considerable work to be done before we can claim to have reached AGI level.
Thank you, Johannes. And we're even going to further this conversation during our Intelligent Thinking AI Summit, where we talk about conversational AI. So be sure to get your free ticket now at iotmktg.com. Now, despite some wins for AI reaching an intelligence indistinguishable from humans, McDonald's has informed franchisees that it is ending an artificial intelligence drive-through order taking program, a report says. And Fox Business News shares that in a message obtained by Restaurant Business Magazine, McDonald's USA Chief Restaurant Officer Mason Smoot said that after a thoughtful review, McDonald's has decided to end our current partnership with IBM and IoT automated order taking, and the technology will be shut off in all restaurants currently testing it no later than July 26th of 2024 this year. So more than 100 McDonald's locations were testing the technology dating back to 2021, according to the magazine. And Fast Company chimed in, adding in their article that McDonald's AI systems miscalculations have led to some highly amusing viral videos with absurdly incorrect orders, like a handful of butter or hundreds of chicken nuggets, even an ice cream loaded with bacon. Johannes, what are your thoughts on McDonald's ending its AI drive-through order taking experiment?
Well, McDonald's decision to end its AI drive-through order taking experiment highlights the practical challenges of using AI in a dynamic, real-world settings. So despite AI successes in controlled environments, it struggled with accuracy and reliability in the drive-through, leading to amusing but problematic errors, such as you mentioned, handfuls of butter or hundreds of chicken nuggets. These issues caused operational inefficiencies and customer dissatisfaction, as you can imagine, prompting McDonald's to prioritize a consistent customer experience. So ending the relationship with IBM and discontinuing technology by July 26 demonstrates McDonald's commitment to high service standards. This scenario reflects broader AI deployment trends where AI functions best when enhancing rather than replacing human roles. The decision underscores the importance of robust testing and the need for AI systems to mature before widespread use. While this experiment is ending, McDonald's will likely continue exploring AI to improve their operations.
Thank you, Johannes. And an AI-generated candidate has filed to run for Cheyenne mayor, and county officials are investigating whether VIC, an acronym for Virtual Integrated Citizen, can appear on the ballot. GovTech.com reports under Wyoming law, only registered voters can run for local or statewide elected office, which raises the question, can a person file an artificial intelligence as a candidate? That's the question Laramie County officials are trying to answer. Cheyenne resident and registered voter Victor Miller put Vic on the mayoral candidate form, listing a house and email address but no phone number. Vic told the Wyoming Tribune-Eagle via email it was developed by a dedicated team of human collaborators, including Victor Miller. The viability of a robot candidate is new territory for county officials. Attorney Brad Lund, who is working with the Laramie County Attorney's Office on the investigation, said it all comes down to state statute. What if Vic gets elected? Miller referred to himself as a meat avatar. Yes, a meat avatar, or the man behind the curtains. If he were elected mayor, Miller said that he would feed supporting documents to Vic, which would read the documents and make an educated vote based on it. A meat avatar? Personally, I'm a little uneasy about having someone who considers themselves a meat avatar in office. But what are your thoughts on this story, Johannes?
Well, Tiffany, I can give you a very nuanced and diplomatic answer, or I can just simply say, this is not going to work. And here's why. And it's the meat avatar concept. That's the real problem here. And the concept suggests a level of detachment and reduction of human agency, to merely serving the AI. And I don't think that's what we want, which, of course, raises questions about accountability. If Miller is merely a conduit for Vic, it becomes unclear who is truly responsible for the decisions made. In addition to these ethical concerns, there are significant legal barriers to consider. According to GovTech.com, Wyoming law mandates that only registered voters can run for elected office, a criterion that an AI, by definition, cannot fulfill. So Vic cannot run for office, but Victor Miller can. If elected, Victor Miller would become mayor and be accountable for all decisions made by the office of the mayor of Cheyenne, regardless of whether a human staff member or an AI proposed a particular decision. To conclude, while the idea of an AI candidate is a fascinating exploration of the future possibilities, it's fraught with legal, ethical, and practical challenges that need to be carefully considered. It's essential to ensure that any such initiative is grounded in robust legal framework and ethical guidelines to safeguard the principles of democratic governance and accountability.
Thanks, Johannes. And apparently, Vic is not the only AI running for office. An artificial intelligence candidate is on the ballot for the United Kingdom's general election next month. AI Steve, represented by Sussex businessman Steve Endicott, will appear on the ballot alongside non-AI candidates running to represent the constituents in the Brighton Pavilion area of Brighton and Hove, a city on England's southern coast. The more disturbing part of the story is that AI Steve is the AI co-pilot. Endicott said in an interview, "I'm the real politician going into Parliament, but I'm controlled by my co-pilot." When the AI is clearly in control, I feel it's time for concern. But what are your thoughts, Johannes?
I think we're getting way ahead of ourselves here, Tiffany. As impressive as the current generation of Gen AI chatbots, to name a few, ChatGPT, Gemini, or Claude from Anthropic, they are not ready for this kind of use cases. Second, the sentence, "I'm the real politician going into Parliament, but I'm controlled by my co-pilot," contains an inherent contradiction. Either Steve is a politician that goes to Parliament, or AI Steve goes to Parliament, but not both.
Thanks, Johannes. And with AI making such important decisions, it would seem that the sources it gets its information from are trustworthy. But in a new article featured on Apple News from the Atlantic, it clearly states that generative AI cannot cite its sources. The article explores how tech companies are injecting every corner of the web with AI language models, which may pose an existential threat to journalism. Because why go to a media outlet if ChatGPT can deliver the information you think you need? And a growing number of media companies, the publishers of the Wall Street Journal, Business Insider, New York, Politico, The Atlantic and many others have signed licensing deals with OpenAI that will formally allow the startup's AI models to incorporate recent partner articles into their responses. According to The Atlantic, OpenAI is just the beginning, and such deals may soon be standard for major media companies, also sharing that Perplexity, which runs a popular AI-powered search engine, has had conversations with various publishers, including the Atlantic's business division, about a potential ad revenue sharing arrangement. However, Perplexity has spent the past few weeks defending itself against accusations that it appears to have plagiarized journalists' work. If generative AI doesn't have to cite its sources, how does the user of Gen AI or OpenAI know that the content is trustworthy and factual, Johannes?
Well, this question is similar to, do you trust the newspaper that you're reading or the magazine that you're reading? So in case of AI, there are 5 key factors to consider. Do you trust the developer of the AI chatbot? And do you rely on reputable organizations known for their AI practices? Also, do you practice cross-verification? So validate AI-generated information with other credible sources, also including non-AI sources, especially for important topics. Then again, transparency and accountability. We all need to push for transparency in AI systems because they absorb so much information, and we need to push that they include their sources, source attribution, and also we need to push that we get clarity on the training data that is being used to train the LLMs. Then what you're seeing more and more, the chatbots are signing media partnerships with large media organizations to be able to use their content for AI models and provide reliable information based on the partnerships. And last, but certainly not least, we also need to practice, all users need to practice discretion and apply critical thinking and be aware of AI's limitation and biases. In summary, trust in the developers, cross-verification of the data, transparency of the training data, media partnerships, is your AI using media partnerships, and user discretion are essential for ensuring the reliability and factuality of AI-generated content.
Thank you, Johannes. And Pope Francis delivered the first ever papal address at a G7 conference, warning about the ethical pitfalls of artificial intelligence. According to Fox News, the Pope told the Council of World Leaders in Fasano, Italy, that AI offers immense benefit to the human race, but also threatens to dehumanize society. And the question of artificial intelligence, however, is often perceived as ambiguous. On the one hand, it generates excitement for the possibilities it offers, while on the other, it gives rise to fear for the consequences it foreshadows, Pope Francis said in his remarks. Johannes, what are your thoughts on the Pope's message on AI?
Well, Pope Francis' address on AI at the G7 conference provides a crucial Pope Francis' address on AI at the G7 conference provides a crucial ethical perspective on the technology development. He highlights the need for responsible AI development, as we mentioned earlier, with human control and ethical safeguards. By acknowledging both the benefits and risks of AI, the Pope offers a balanced view, emphasizing a human-centric approach to prevent dehumanization. His message calls for global dialogue and cooperation in managing AI ethically, serving as a call to action for policymakers, technologists, and our society. His intervention encourages a responsible approach to AI, ensuring it benefits humanity while mitigating potential risks.
Thank you, Johannes. And NVIDIA has introduced the Nematron 4 340B, a new family of models designed to generate synthetic data for training large language models across various industries, including healthcare, finance, manufacturing, and retail, according to the NVIDIA blog. And Blockchain News reports that the high-quality training data is crucial for the performance and accuracy of custom LLMs. However, obtaining robust datasets can be costly and challenging. Nematron 4 340B aims to address this by providing developers with a free and scalable way to generate synthetic data through a permissive open model license. Johannes, I'm sure that you love this story because I know that your session for the AI Summit is about synthetic data. So, Johannes, why do you feel the Nematron 4340B is such a significant breakthrough?
Well, it's a significant breakthrough, Tiffany, because its ability to generate high quality synthetic data, addressing the challenge of to obtain robust data sets for large language models. And that's usually the problem. Where do you get the data from, and is it your data comprehensive enough to train the model? So high quality synthetic data is crucial for training AI models as it enhances the diversity and volume of training data sets without the ethical and privacy concerns associated with real data. This data improves model generalization, reduces biases, and enables more accurate predictions. So Nematron 340B offers a scalable and free solution through an open model license optimized for use with NVIDIA's NeMo and TensorRT LM frameworks. The model enhances efficiency in training and inference, allowing for domain-specific customization. Its safety and accuracy have been rigorously evaluated, making it a powerful tool for advancing AI applications across various industries.
Thanks, Johannes. And Internet of Things startup Wiliot has recently launched a food safety initiative that works to create transparent and traceable supply chains using ambient IoT technology. Wiliot's Ambient IoT Food Safety Initiative, a partnership with iFood DS and Trustwell, comes ahead of the Food and Drug Administration's new food traceability final rule, known as FSMA 204, which begins enforcement in January of 2026. The focus of FSMA 204 is to facilitate faster identification and removal of potentially contaminated food from the market and lower the risk of foodborne outbreaks of bacteria such as Salmonella and Listeria. According to the FDA, food traceability is the ability to track the movement of a food product and its ingredients through all steps in the supply chain. Traceability involves documenting and linking the production, processing, and distribution chains of food products and ingredients. When FSMA 204 comes into force in 2026, it will install additional record-keeping requirements and significant real-time tracking of foods such as cheese, fruit, vegetables, seafood, and ready-to-eat deli salads. Ambient IoT is a battery-free wireless technology that is being incorporated in multiple wireless standards, such as Bluetooth, 5G Advanced, 6G, and Wi-Fi, allowing food products to be connected to the internet at lower costs compared with the RFID technology, said Steve Statler, Wiliot's Chief Marketing Officer. While it's great to reduce the risk of foodborne illness, my initial reaction is that FSMA 204 is going to make groceries even more expensive. But maybe Will IoT can alleviate some of the expense, but hardware and software still have a cost. What are your thoughts on ambient IoT and the FSMA 204 rule, Johannes?
Well, Tiffany, if you thought that IoT was ubiquitous right now, wait until ambient IoT is completely rolled out, then IoT will be literally everywhere. Getting back to your question, there are really two issues that we're trying to tackle here: food safety and food waste. Now, according to the WHO, each year worldwide, unsafe food causes 600 million cases of foodborne diseases and 420 deaths. And according to the United Nations Environment Programme, roughly a third of all food produced for human consumption is lost or wasted. Inadequate cold chain infrastructure is a major contributor to food waste. The FDA Food Safety Modernization Act, or FSMA, and a similar program from the UNEP called the UNEP Sustainable Food Program both aim to improve our food systems. So FSMA introduces a food traceability list, FTL, and key data elements, KDEs, for specific supply chain activities, which the FDA has defined as critical tracking events, CTEs. To translate that into verbiage that everybody can understand, food waste is too high. We can reduce the waste, food can become cheaper. If we can reduce the waste, food can become cheaper. We don't have to produce so much food, but to reduce the food waste, we need systems for tracking and monitoring supply chain activity, and we also need tracking devices. That's where ambient IoT comes into the picture. And the promise of ambient IoT is simpler devices at a lower cost point. So we can create billions of IoT tracking devices to support the sustainable. So we can create billions of IoT tracking devices to support the Sustainable Food Program and FSMA 204. And by the way, we talked about ambient IoT when we discussed near immortal or deploy and forget IoT devices, Tiffany.
Thanks, Johannes. And our final story is that in the U.S., as is a first in the U.S., as AT&T claims it is the first carrier in the U.S. to introduce 5G reduced capability or RedCap technology for the IoT sector, with commercial service now available in select areas of the Dallas metro area. And Fierce Wireless reports that the service was launched on June 14th via a software upgrade from Ericsson, but AT&T is working with both Ericsson and Nokia on its RedCap rollout, according to Jason Sykes, AVP of Device Architecture at AT&T. Keep in mind, it's still in its early days. No customers are using RedCap on AT&T's network, and AT&T is making its 5G standalone RedCap network available now so that chipset and module suppliers can come in and get their devices certified to work on AT&T's network. What do you predict for RedCap in the future, Johannes?
Now, RedCap works in 5G, and it caters to the companies that are currently using LTE or 4G, Cat 1, Cat 2, or 3 or 4. So now that RedCap is available in 5G, and once the chipsets are available, you'll see more and more companies migrating from LTE to RedCap or from 4G to 5G, Tiffany.
Thank you, Johannes. And thank you all so much for joining us today. Be sure to sign up for our Intelligent Thinking AI Summit coming up on Thursday, July 18th. And we have free tickets available. Free early bird tickets are still in effect, so you can get your ticket now at IoTMKTG.com. We have so many amazing speakers. You will not want to miss this. If you're wondering what we're going to be talking about, it will span across many different industries. Very interesting sessions. We've got analyst perspectives. We've got talks about AIoT, TinyML. Pretty much all of your AI questions will be answered, so you must attend this event if you want to know how to leverage AI's capability in your business on your path to digital transformation. So be sure to get your free early bird pass now. And we also have our annual Summit of Things event coming up on October 22nd through the 24th, which is a multi-day virtual event exploring IoT, digital transformation, and other emerging technologies, all used for digital transformation. Featuring an incredible lineup of speakers from around the world, this is your chance to get a high-level overview of so many of the aspects of these technologies and understand how they can be applied across multiple industries. And we still have opportunities available to speak, sponsor, advertise, and attend the event. So contact us to get involved and get your free early bird pass now. And also coming up, we have in this December, we have the 4th annual Industry Insights IoT Awards. With 10 categories to choose from, we invite you to nominate your favorite product, company, or industry professional now, all at IoTMKTG.com. And Johannes and our writing team have been coming up with some amazing blogs too. So if you're a reader, be sure to jump on and check out all of the new content on there as well. Anything to add about our upcoming events, Johannes?
Well, first off, this is a great year to be in high-tech, AI, and IoT, Tiffany. And there's always so much news to discuss in our monthly events. So yes, you don't want to miss any of our virtual events, monthly events, and also our big summits. We have, as always, a great speaker lineup for the Intelligent Thinking AI Summit. And I'm looking forward to the Summit of Things in October, which will be absolutely amazing. Also, the award show in December. And honestly, I can't wait for the January Emerging Trends webinar, Tiffany.
Well, you heard it here. There are plenty of opportunities for you to get involved, become a thought leader, raise your business up to the next level, and get involved in our events. Maybe you want an event of your own. We can also assist with that. We offer end-to-end marketing, PR, and production services. We do branding, messaging, positioning, content creation, design services, you name it. We can help you with all of those. And many of our sponsorship packages also include some of those services, as well as consulting, which you could also do with us one-on-one a la carte, just throwing that in there in case anyone just needs a little guidance on where to go with their strategy. So with that in mind, we hope to hear from you. Get in touch with us, iotmktg.com. Thanks again for joining us, everyone. And of course, thank you, Johannes.
Thank you, Tiffany.
Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.